At this point, it really feels like we're looking at probably the 500 lawsuit filed against Roblox because they just keep piling up week after week with no signs of stopping. Every time we look at the news, there's another state or another group of parents taking them to court over the exact same safety issues that people in the community have been talking about for years. This time, the state of Arkansas is the one stepping into the stage, and they're filing a major lawsuit against Roblox for putting younger players in danger and completely ignoring their own safety guidelines just to make more money. You have to remember that we already know how these situations usually play out with other states. We saw Nevada and Alabama and West Virginia all end up settling down for around $11 or $12 million just to resolve everything quickly and move on. You would think Arkansas is going to follow the exact same path and just take a quick settlement call today, but the information we have shows that they're doing something that's pretty different. It seems Arkansas is trying to go after every single dollar profit that Roblox made off of people through these deceptive practices, because when a company is making billions of dollars every single year, a $12 million fine is basically just pocket change to them, so Arkansas is going after them big time by demanding all of that deceptive profit back. Now when you look at the facts inside a specific lawsuit, there are a few things that stand out because we have never really seen them push this hard in any other legal situation before. The biggest thing that catches your attention right away is this wild financial detail about where the money is going behind the scenes on this platform. The lawsuit claims that Roblox has been paying out over $900 million every single year to developers who are specifically creating very inappropriate games that are scattered all over the website. You have to let that number sit in your head for a minute because we're talking about nearly $1 billion being handed over to people making very inappropriate content on the platform, where a huge chunk of the daily users are literal children under the age of 13. It makes you wonder how something like that even happens under the radar when a company brags about having automated filters and human moderators checking every game that gets uploaded. If you're putting almost $1 billion on the table for these kind of games, it actually shows that all these kind of games somehow manage to stay up on the platform for so long seems pretty intentional. The state is trying to prove that this type of content was bringing in so much traffic and keeping players online for so long that Roblox was basically funding the entire operation by rewarding the creators with these giant payouts. If the corporation is handing out $900 million to people making explicit games, then they obviously knew exactly what was happening on their own website, and they were profiting from it just as much as the creators were. The lawsuit goes even deeper into the history of the platform and brings up some older internal decisions that made the company look really bad. They point out a specific situation from back in 2017, where the staff inside Roblox openly recognized how dangerous it was to let younger kids connect outside of the platform itself. The employees were talking to each other about how bad actors use the platform to target kids, and then trick them into leaving the main website to go to unmonitored chat areas where nobody can watch what they're doing. They had the internal emails and the data proving that they understood this pipeline perfectly, and they knew exactly how dangerous it was for their player base. But instead of staying true to their knowledge to keep the community safe, Roblox decided to completely reverse the direction and change the rules anyway. They went ahead and allowed developers to put outside server links around the game pages, and they let players put their personal chat usernames directly to their public profiles for anyone to see. They basically built a bridge for bad actors to take kids off of safe Roblox servers and into private messages where the platform has zero control over what gets sent. They had all the evidence they needed to make the right choice, but they chose to open the gates anyway because they helped grow their online community and kept people talking about the games. The fact that they gave strangers a direct path to pull a kid into a private chat room is the exact reason why you see so many articles going around about adults meeting up with kids and ending up in extremely horrible situations for many years, and this is exactly why they're dealing with all these legal issues today. The worst part about this whole case is seeing how the actual workers inside a company tried to fix a problem but got completely shut down by higher up corporate executives. The lawsuit mentions that Roblox employees came up with a plan to put clear safety warnings on a screen to teach kids about illegal behavior and warn them when someone might be trying to trick them. These were regular staff members who saw the creepy behavior happening in real time on the servers and wanted to protect the kids by giving them a simple heads up about the warning sites they should look out for. The higher-ups at Roblox rejected the idea, specifically because they thought that putting up safety pop-ups would lower the amount of time people spent playing the game. They looked at a direct proposal to protect children from bad actors, and they threw it in the trash because they were scared it would hurt their daily engagement metrics and drop their player numbers. It always comes back to their profit margins, even when the safety of actual children is being threatened by bad actors on the platform. They had a chance to build a simple warning system that could have saved countless families from going through terrible situations, but the executives decided that keeping kids hooked in the game for a few extra minutes was way more important than keeping them safe. It shows how little they care about the actual community when their own workers are begging for safety tools, and the corporate higher-ups straight up refuse their proposals just to keep the quarterly reports looking good, which is pretty ironic considering they're literally getting sued by their own investors right now. But for now, we will just have to wait and see how far Arkansas takes this in court, because they're clearly trying to get a much bigger result than any other state we've seen so far. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you next one.